Hello and welcome to Gamereactor Live. As always, when it's Friday, we'll start out with news. And then today we're starting off with Destiny GR Friday Nights. We've been running GR Friday Nights for a while, but now we're doing it with Destiny as well. So it's going to be Destiny this Friday, Call of Duty next Friday, and then back to Destiny. That's how we're going to run it. I'll just say right away, we can win some t-shirts I have here. Get more to that in the second hour. But as I said, now we're doing news. As always, we have Bengt Dóri with us through the interwebs. How are you doing, Bengt?
I am perfectly fine.
And today we also have Dóri. He's behind the camera, but he will chime in every once in a while. So say hi to Dóri as well. All right, let's jump straight into the first news story. It's quite a big one. Blizzard news. Can you explain what it is, Bengt?
Yes. So, as we all know, Blizzard have been working away secretly on their next big MMO, codenamed Titan. But this week it was made official that the game has been cancelled after 7 years in development. I think it was a year ago, or maybe a little bit more, that they sort of scaled down the development and started reevaluating it. And I have a quote here from Michael Moore, the CEO. We had created World of Warcraft and we felt really confident that we knew how to make MMOs. So we set out to make the most ambitious thing that we could possibly imagine, and it didn't come together. We didn't find the fun, we didn't find the passion. We talked about how we put it through a reevaluation period, and actually what we reevaluated is that's the game we really wanted to be making. The answer is no. So pretty firm words there from Moorham. You know, there's been speculation that somewhere around $50 million were spent on this project. It's difficult to know exactly any such numbers, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, I kind of respect that a company will go out, because you know I think a lot of companies will go out and say, we're just gonna get this out there, earn back the money we can, but that they say this is not the quality, not the kind of game we want. Let's not release it then.
Yeah, I mean it is few developers that can afford to sort of just say goodbye to something. It's an investment like that. But Blizzard is certainly one of them. I mean, they've done it in the past. StarCraft Ghost is a good example where they probably, I mean, there was an established IP. They had the game, and you know, everything was in place, but they decided not to pull it. And even though they've already rebooted development once, so they have a history of this. But I still think it comes as a surprise to most, because you know, Blizzard had it's still surprising, I guess, is what I meant to say. I also read somewhere about what the game was actually supposed to be. I think it was Kotaku who put it down as a near future version of Earth, science fiction, and that there was some sort of Cold War raging on there, and that is sort of a real life MMO, sort of in the vein of the Secret World, which is something very different from Blizzard. So it would have been interesting to see, but yeah, if they can't find the fun or the passion, I'm not sure I want to play it. So maybe it was a good thing.
I'm totally on the same page. I will say, people watching, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat if you have any opinions on the stuff we're talking about, or if you feel like we're missing an important news story from the week, be sure to chime in, and we'll try to cover that as well. So should we jump ahead to the next story, Bengt?
Let's do that. And well, they teased it previously, and yesterday the Creative Assembly announced a new game in the Total War series, Total War Attila. And for those who are history buffs, you probably know that Attila the Hun sort of came around the end of the Roman era, and basically destroyed the remnants of the once mighty empire. And that is the setting for this new game. That's not an expansion or anything like that. It's a full-on new game, and
Like we talked about a couple
of
weeks
things.
ago, actually.
Yeah, we talked about this, and I guess it makes sense because it sort of ties in with the most popular Total War game, which is Rome. The Total War Rome 2 is the best-selling game in the franchise history. So, but at the same time, this apparently sets some 300 years later than the end of the Rome 2 campaign, and they have a few interesting things. First of all, you cannot play as the Huns, as Attila. He is actually the villain of the game, which is kind of interesting because it's something that they haven't really had before. And there's they've taken a little bit of well, let's say some freedom in interpreting his history in that they have a mechanic, a climate change that makes it colder and more snow. And it spreads from the north, so it pushes all the factions in the north to try and invade the south, which is sort of what happened. But it's not really founded in history that was actually one of the reasons.
And then sort of adopting it to what they think is the better gameplay.
I mean, it is a great mechanic that would sort of push the gameplay. And that's very interesting, and I want to see. I'm excited to see how that plays out. But I'm not. The Total War series isn't like. I mean, it's history, but at the same time, it's sort of a sandbox history. So it shouldn't be taken too seriously.
With any video game, you should never think that everything is 100% fact.
No.
Yeah.
No. And there's been improvements to the user interface. They're bringing back the family trees. Religion replaces culture, and there's also a lot of diseases, which I think is going to be interesting to see how they spread and how they affect, basically everything. So that's going to be interesting. And I guess the focus here has been to sort of add more depth and challenge to the game. Which I think longtime fans will appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's hear what the next news story is. I'm assuming we'll shortly cut to Dóri to hear his opinion, but if you explain what it is first.
Well, it's like three news. So there's been a lot of stuff going on with Steam. So I think the first thing we need to talk about is the fact that Steam has reached a magic milestone in that it has 100 million users now. And the fact is that it's the rate at which it increases is growing. So there's 25 million new Steam users since the beginning of the year. And I think that is a little bit surprising to me that they're growing at a faster pace now, but I guess it's just something about critical mass. Yeah. Now everybody is jumping on the ship. There's 3,700 games available, and out of those, 1,300 have been added since the start of the year. So there's also an increase in the amount of games that is coming out, the rate of games that are coming out. So basically everything is growing, and I guess that is also the reason for one of the other news items that we're bringing in here, and I think this is something that we can talk to Dóri about, the fact that they have spiced up the user or the storefront, and that making it a little bit more easy to find the games that you want. And of course, with 3,700 something games and dozens of games hitting weekly or daily, it's getting a little bit crowded. And then I think that they certainly needed some better tools we've introduced something called curators as well, which I believe we're trying to make something of a Gamereactor curator on Steam.
Yeah,
But
I remember
for
some devs
personal
we've talked to said that they would launch, I don't know if it was an update or something to their game, and then by the end of the day it would be buried because there was so much stuff going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do we have any Dóri
I'll
comments?
just jump in here for a little bit. I got the new storefront up on the stream here. As you can see, a smarter storefront, personalized just for you, and that's kind of explains it to a T. Because here in the carousel, there would always just be the latest hits and paid promotion and stuff like that. But now every other one is something that's recommended for you based on what you already own, your wish list, and stuff like that. So as you can see here, Shadow of Mordor top seller, and then next up, Dungeon Defenders is recommended because I play a game that's similar to that. So easier for discovery of titles that are similar to what you already play. And then you have the new on Steam, again recommended for you down here in the corner, and recently updated. I mean, that's something that they added in the last big update. Then down here you have your queue, so you can start exploring your queue. This is something that they picked up from the Greenlight page, where you would have a queue of titles that you might want to take a look at, and then you would just take a look at it, watch a trailer or two, and then either add to wish list, follow, not interested, and jump straight to the next item in the queue, making discovering new titles and looking through the throng of titles on Steam a little bit easier. If we jump back here a bit, then we have the Steam curators. Now this is something that's based on, you can have groups on Steam, of course, and we, of course, here at Gamereactor Live have a group, which we have now turned into a Steam curator. So here you see the top curators currently. Let's try to get us up there. So if we check out Gamereactor Live, we have a selection of titles that we've recommended, old and new, and indie and AAA. We're gonna, like I say, try to focus on titles that we play and we like, and we have links to the full reviews on the EU site, and then a quick little snippet of text to say what the game is all about. And this is something that will be growing in the next couple of months. So everybody come and like the Gamereactor Live curator on Steam, and join the group as well. We have some announcements on when we're streaming PC titles and the like. Other than that, I mean, they changed the coloring and the aesthetics of the store a little bit. The big picture mode has become a small little icon up here. I kind of liked it when it was big and noticeable, because I would constantly forget about it. But I mean, other than that, the store is pretty much the same. It's just you have a couple of more titles popping up at you every now and again. But so far, I found a couple of new things that I wasn't aware of already. So for me, at least, it kind of seems to work. So yeah, back to you guys.
All right. Anything more to add, Bengt, or should we move ahead to the next news story?
I don't know. Dóri's voice was sort of all scrambled from my side, so I didn't really hear what he said. But he was talking for a long
I'm sure
time.
he covered that. I have nothing to add, at least.
Yeah. I hope he was audible on the stream.
I think
that's
he
all.
was. Because some people are commenting on in the chat. I guess we could ask Dóri one thing that people ask in the chat. They were commenting on the whole amount of accounts and what was active and what was not active accounts. And they're saying a lot of them have 2 accounts, actually, here in the chat. And then, what was the question? Where was it? Isn't it, Maximilian is asking, isn't it bad having similar games, then you miss other types of games you might like on the Steam front page? What do you think of that, Dóri?
That's a good point, but it's also based on friend recommendations and stuff like that, I believe. So, in that regard, it should still work. And I mean, it's based on your wish list and what you browse, and then also, you know, new games in maybe a similar genre or by the same developer.
But it should also mean if you're only playing car games, you should have car games recommended. But if you play different kinds of games, you should have all the different kind of games recommended as well, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So it should in that way fit with your.
Then there's another question here in the chat.
I guess they're also looking at people who own the same games and what game you're missing.
Yeah, it could be like if we have similar games that we've bought, you and I, Bengt, and then there's a game in another genre you have that I don't have, then it'll probably recommend that.
Yeah, and then there's a question here in the chat by Over. So a curator site is like a group where you can recommend games. Well, actually, the curator part of it is a sub-tab in the group page. So if you have a huge group with the friends that you play a lot of games together, right in the group page there's a curator tab that you can click, and then you can start up recommending games that you've been playing. So anybody can do it, and it's just a matter of finding people in groups that play games that you like and liking them as curators, and then their recommendations will pop up in your feed.
All right. We've spent a lot of time on this, so let's move ahead to United Front Games.
Yes.
What?
United Front Games, of course, best known for Sleeping Dogs, they are bringing out a game called Triad Wars, which is the flip side of Sleeping Dogs. And it's a new open world action strategy game set in the same universe. And the idea is that you compete to build an empire in this Hong Kong underworld. You know, in the game you were an undercover cop trying to sort of take down the Triads. Now it's sort of the opposite way around. And it's a game that's being released on PC next year. And there's a beta incoming, so very different way to sort of follow up the first game. Of course, the first game is coming out on new gen platforms early next year, I think. So curious to see how this pans out. Of course, United Front Game really don't have a huge pedigree in strategy, but interested to see how it plays out. If you will, it's a sort of similar idea to Omerta, that strategy game, but I think this is going to be more action based than that. But you know, we're gonna. I'm curious about it, so we'll see where it lands.
All right, I have nothing to add to that. I mean, it's interesting. I didn't play
really
Sleeping Dogs.
Yet,
I don't know
either.
if I'll jump into it. It looks interesting, but with GTA coming out as well. But I do like the idea of doing something different. So yeah. And I guess maybe in the back of my mind, I just want to get to the next news story. I don't know.
Yeah, probably right. We are talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and they actually revealed the co-op mode. We were sort of wondering whether there's going to be a co-op mode in this iteration. We were certainly.
Well, we actually.
I think we were pretty sure there was something.
When I asked them at Sledgehammer also, they did say there was something, but they didn't want to say a lot. They were like they were having fun with it and they were looking forward to talking about it, but they didn't really want to say what it is. And now we know.
Yeah, they haven't really talked about it yet either, but they shown a bit of the EXO survival mode in a trailer. Yes. I don't know if we can get that running
now. I think if you play Call of Duty, if you played it in the past, you'll sort of realize what it probably will be. As we talked about before the stream, it looks very similar to Modern Warfare 3's Spec Ops mode, the part that was sort of a horde mode inspired by Gears of War. Of course, here with exoskeletons, but you see a crew, a group of soldiers working together, and it says early on here in this clip, it said round starting. So you'll have rounds of enemies.
Yeah.
You see there's drops there, so it'll probably be the same, that in between rounds you'll have time to use the points you've earned in the round to buy more guns or more gear, and then you will find harder and harder enemies and try to stay alive as long as possible.
and it's 4-player, and yeah. I wonder if there's any sort of twist to it, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Hopefully we'll get to try that soon. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's I think in the end my favorite was more of the Spec Ops type in Modern Warfare 2, where you were on missions together. But other than that, this is definitely my favorite kind of co-op in Call of Duty. I like this more than zombies and the alien stuff that was in Ghost. Even though I think it's cool, I'm more of a Spec Ops guy.
Yeah. But I guess this is somewhere in between the classic Spec Ops and those other modes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see when we actually get to try it. And yeah, if you're a COD fan, check out the trailer on the site. There's a lot of, as usual, if you studied close, you'll find a lot of details there that maybe tells you more about what will be in the final game. So yeah.
Yeah. Watch it frame by frame.
All right.
And I thought we should talk about a little bit of an add-on to that story. Glenn Schofield has been talking about the campaign of Advanced Warfare and saying that it's going to be longer than the last few, meaning games in the series. And I don't know, what do you feel about the campaign of Call of Duty? I mean, we're mainly talking about multiplayer for most part. But I certainly feel like it's something that could do with a little bit of a mix-up, and that it's been such a the last few days, it's been so much roller coaster ride that perhaps they've forgotten about those sort of transport periods where you actually just get to play normally before the shit hits the fan.
I will say I'm more excited for the single player in this Call of Duty than I've been in years. I enjoy playing through it every year, but the last couple of years I've only played through it once, maybe twice, where many years ago I used to play through it several times. It sounds like they're focusing more on having a proper story. In the past we've often have multiple characters, so we could have a guy in some snow level and a guy in the desert, and you would jump around, which would be good for gameplay, but it would be bad for an overall story because you would just be jumping around with characters you didn't really care about.
Yeah.
They have a single character in this one and seem to be focusing on a proper story this time. I'll say we still have a couple of clips from my Sledgehammer trip going up where they also talk about this and talk about working with Kevin Spacey. So check the site in the coming weeks for more on Call of Duty. But yeah, I think it's good. I don't really care that much about how long it is. It's sort of a thing we often talk about, and I'll ask it as well, how long is it? But it's more to sort of have an idea. If it's good, long game, great. If it's not, then I'd rather have it, shorter. I don't know. We'll see how it works with this new one.
It is something of a dilemma for me as a reviewer. A lot of the time when I play a game, it's like, oh, thank God, it's almost over. I can write the review and I'm done with it. Not that it's a bad game, but you're always sort of stressing to get it out for the deadline.
It's funny because I think a lot of developers.
I realized that for
a lot of developers think when we ask them about the length of the game that we're like down on it if it's not long. And I actually feel more like you. I'm like, okay, how much time do I need to set aside for this? That is almost better if it can't be too long.
But I also like when I play and I'm not stressed. I tend to appreciate a game that has an extended arc of gameplay and where you get to sort of develop your skills at a steady pace, and where there's where you feel like some games. I think Transistor was the last one where I really felt like I really only got into the groove when I was in the final third of the game, and then that sort of leaves me a little bit unsatisfied because once you actually sort of get to feel powerful and you feel like you're having a great time and you've been on this journey, then you want to have some fun, then you want to have something left of the game to enjoy. So it's a double-edged sword, that thing. But I sometimes less is more, but at other times it's like after all, even though Call of Duty multiplayer is very popular, there is still a lot of people who buy it for the single player.
Yes. And I think I've heard from reviewers in our industry and from fans, I think the general consensus is that some of the Call of Duties have been too short in the single player. If it's really good, I'm happy to play a longer game. Otherwise, I'm okay. As we've talked about before, I spend a lot of time in the other modes as well. And if it's good, I'll play through it on veteran as well, and get enough out of it like that. But yeah,
I also think it's proficiency, because people have played so many Call of Duties now that they know how to play a Call of Duty campaign. So even though they play it quicker than they would 5 years ago, the same length of a campaign, players play through it quicker because they sort of figure out the formula of how to progress. So it is, I mean, making a game that is as long as the first Modern Warfare today probably means you have to make it 25% longer or something like that, just because people are more proficient. So it is, of course you can turn up the difficulty, but it is what it is.
Indeed.
But it's an interesting dilemma and a question that I think as you grow older and you have less time to sort of devote to video games, perhaps family life and other demands, professional demands, you come to appreciate games that are sort of short and sweet.
But in the end, it needs to fit with the story. I'm really looking forward to see what they're doing with it. It sounds like they've, I don't know. From what all the stuff I've seen, they have worked really hard on this and trying to do some new things. And I'm really excited to see how the story works with this. And with someone like Kevin Spacey in there, that it sounds like it's not just a name. They're very adamant about saying that all the time. So I'm really looking forward to when the game comes out, and if it's actually true or it's all just a big PR stunt that they're trying to fool us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how they use Kevin Spacey, because it's one of those things that it can almost become sort of a parody of Kevin Spacey if it's used overly much. But of course he's a great actor, so we'll see how that plays out and how it feels when you actually play the game, and if it's overused or if it's underused or however it feels. But that's an interesting thing. Because it's such a focus point that you cannot ignore.
I think it's always that where I think the developers for all games sort of have one way of doing things, and then the PR part of the companies want to push other things. Where I could imagine Activision wants to push the whole Kevin Spacey thing more in one way than what these guys at Sledgehammer actually want. They care in a different way about their game, but.
Yeah. I mean, the trailers so far have been very sort of Kevin Spacey being authoritative and pointing with the whole hand and raising his voice. Yeah. So, and that works for trailers, but it would be kind of ridiculous if the whole game is. Yeah.
All right, let's move along. I'll just check the chat. A lot of love for the zombie modes in Call of Duty in the chat. We'll see what people think about this new Spec Ops. But yeah, what is the next news story we have on the list?
Well, I aim to keep you happy. It's more Destiny stuff.
Yes.
And there's a constant flow of Destiny news, as I'm sure everyone who visits Gamereactor are aware. I think we should start out with something. Well, last week we had was it last week that we tried the raid?
That was
on the stream?
Yeah, it was Thursday last week. It's because we're doing it on Friday today. But Thursday last week we had it.
Yeah. So anyone who saw that knows that it's fiendishly difficult.
And I will say since then really I've actually finished it off stream. I actually captured the last 10-15 minutes of it, so maybe I'll put that up on the Gamereactor website.
What your crew? What or your strike team?
It was with Tanya, who works here at the office as well. and a bunch of her friends, they needed a couple of extras. I was one of those. I'm level 27. We were like 2 level 26, 2 27, 2 28. We actually finished it in about 2.5 hours, I think, so fairly quick. But they had 4 out of the 6 people in this crew had done it before. It was very controlled. People knew what to do. I was sort of just a slayer, as I hadn't done it. So I was just told, stand here, kill everything you see, more or less. But it's really interesting. There's parts that are, platforming and mazes, and there's a lot of different stuff. And it's on Venus, like you saw if you saw the stream. But it's actually a totally new environment. It's levels you haven't seen in any of the other stuff. So I really recommend, if you're a Destiny fan, get to level 26, try to find a crew and do it, because it's very different and very fresh thing to actually try.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where, would you have been disappointed if you didn't get the gear afterwards?
I didn't get the gear afterwards. No, so what happened, one of the things they updated was the whole gear thing, but I still have, they fixed one of the 2 bugs. So I got some gear through that raid from chests we found, and you sort of get it after some of the bosses. But the final boss thing, when that countdown went down, it stopped at 0, and we didn't get the final gear.
Wow.
So I was slightly disappointed.
I can imagine.
But it wasn't too bad. It feels doable to do
hours.
again, and I did get some good stuff. I think I got like 5 legendaries through that raid still, and some materials. So I'm good. I have plenty of legendaries and exotics, as you will see when we play later today.
But it's supposed to be unique drops, right?
I think so. You're also supposed to get like a special shader or something, but I'm actually not. I don't fully understand how that works, because I think there's some things that you got if you finished it early, like the first groups, and things you should get later, and it's, with this being still a little bit buggy, I'm not completely sure what was supposed to happen. But yeah, we didn't get the final piece of drops that we were supposed to get, which was annoying. And the crew that I played with, they had finished it 2 days before and hadn't gotten it, so that was why they were like, let's do it one more time, let's get the drops, and then we didn't get it again.
That's rough. But I'm reading some of the patch notes here. They've reduced the difficulty on some of the
on some strikes, missions. What they have really done actually is that is part of turning down the farming. There are some caves and some strikes that people have run over and over again to simply get drops quicker. They run like a 2-minute part of a strike or of an open world thing and shoot at monsters and then get drops, let themselves die, and then do it over and over again, for a long time. So they've removed those hard monsters, but it's not really about turning down how hard it is. It's about those are the monsters that give us the drops.
Yeah, but I think it's 2 separate patches actually. I'm going over the whole week's thing. This is the second updates. Thing, the loot thing.
The last thing I've read is also they're gonna nerf assault rifles soon and shotguns and give scout rifles a buff. So there's plenty of things that has happened and things that will happen in the future. There's a lot of updates.
Queen's Wrath.
Queen's Wrath also came out. That was Tuesday. That's a whole new set of bounties that you complete, like the Vanguard and Crucible bounties. And what happens there is when you've completed one of those, which will be a mix of doing Crucible and Vanguard, which means PvP and PvE. So this set is sort of both. You will get a little mission that you can complete. You get like when you've completed one bounty, you get a symbol that you can complete this Queen's Wrath mission and get drops. You can complete it without, but if you don't have a completed bounty, you won't get the loot that you get at the end of that. And at the end of that Queen mission that you can do, then up to, you get 6 bounties a day, so you could potentially do 6 of them every day and get 6 drops. You'll get a piece of legendary gear. The people I've played with have either gotten a helmet or an armor, and I finished it 3 times and got the same helmet 3 times, basically. It was slight variations on the abilities on it, but it had the same name and was like 99% the same. So
Have you run into any level 30 characters?
No, but we did have during this week the news story that the first guy has hit level 30,
Yeah.
which is interesting. And they say that he was not a reviewer or anything, so he didn't get the game early. He doesn't look like he had the limited edition, and he's not one of the guys who's played the most. But yeah, the first guy to hit level 30. The highest I've actually seen is level 28. Yeah, we have him up on the stream now. Dóri has found him. A hunter. And actually only one piece of exotic gear. You can have one armor and one weapon on at a time. One thing that I noticed about his gear, you can actually search on Bungie.net, you can search for anybody's gamer tag and see their characters and go more into details on their gear and stuff. His armor is named the same, so I don't know if that's the reason. There's been a lot of talk about how you get to level 30, and I think part of it is he might have gotten a boost on his light meter, which is what means this level. Because he is wearing like a set of gear like you would see in Diablo.
Yeah. It's very intriguing, the whole thing where you don't know how to level up beyond 20. Oh, like you have to figure it out. That's very interesting. And of course, that also means that every time they release something new, some new content, there's potential for raising the actual
There's
level
also
cap.
the thing about the gear is I actually found one piece of gear in that raid that I think will end up being better for me. But when I put that on instead of the one I had, because I'd almost leveled up my gear, I actually went down to level 26, and then you level up the gear, and that's how you get more light from the gear. So there will be a lot of jumping up and down levels as you get new gear that could be better, but you need to level it up first.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting. And then of course you got to take the risk then also playing with something that's a little bit
but I
worse
feel like
than
at where I'm at now, whether I'm level 26, 27, or 28, in the end doesn't matter that much. It's more of leveling. Like I have a gun now that I'm leveling up. When I have that fully leveled up, that will be a lot better. Have extra stability, extra damage for PvE, and that will be more important than my actual level. And then for PvP, we still don't have the Iron Banner thing, so it's still all guns are sort of on the same level. Doesn't matter if you're level 5 or 25. But when the Iron Banner gets there, you will play with the stats that your gun actually has. So for
that's in October, right?
October or November, I think.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. Yeah. So
let's move ahead
I guess we're moving on.
Or do we have more Destiny?
Talking a lot about Destiny.
We had upcoming events.
There's more to come.
Oh, really? Okay.
So here we have some of the upcoming events in Destiny. September 19th.
Yeah, so Combined Arms was last weekend.
Yep, so we'll scroll down.
And this is the Queen's Wrath we talked about.
Yep, that's running right now.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Salvage will be back. That was a mode that was there the first weekend. That actually I've gotten, and you all get the same bounties every day. That there's been a lot of bounties for Salvage that you can't complete. That's a game mode in the Crucible, which has annoyed me a lot, getting bounties for something that's not in the game anymore. But I guess that will be back. And then, as you said, Iron Banner, which is the Crucible mode where you play with the level of the gun you actually have. Right now I'm a level 26, 27, and I have a really good gun, and that gun will be that good compared to someone playing at level 5. So the damage will be the number that's on it.
You think there will be a lot of level 5 players in the Iron?
I don't know, but there's the thing. I have a level 27, and I have a second character that's level 23, and then I have a third character that's 10. So right now I'm playing the Crucible with those other characters without any problems, but I would not jump into the Iron Banner with those. And then also that's where I guess doing Rage will be even more important, because if you get a really good gun, not just a standard legendary on, doing a raid, that's where that really matters, because some legendaries and some exotics are actually not that good. And most of the time in the Crucible, I've actually been using a rare item, a green one that's very common, but because the damage on it doesn't matter, it's only the stability and fire rate that matters. That has actually been better than my legendary, but I won't be able to do that in the Iron Banner. So it will change things up a lot. It will be interesting to see. So yeah.
Yep.
Moving on. We'll get to more Destiny in 20 minutes.
All right. So I don't know if maybe this is something that Dóri is more interested into or more into. Roll 7 have announced Oli Oli 2: Welcome to Hollywood, the sequel to Oli Oli, the very successful endless skating game, and they announced it this week at the EGX, and it's coming on PS4 and PS Vita next
Do
year.
you know if it's cross-buy?
I don't think they've announced that, but I would assume that it is, because it's an indie title, so I would assume nice. So, but no word. This is a quote from the press release. Gameplay will be massively enhanced with the addition of ramps, jumps, and epic hills, allowing for monster air and split level routes. The much praised Oli Oli combo system is set to be even deeper through the joy of manuals, revert manuals, and grind switching. So even more things to do, basically. New worlds, new levels, 250 challenges, lots and lots of stuff here. What do you think about Oli Oli? I haven't actually played it.
I didn't play the first one, but I actually think the reason why I asked about cross-buy was actually I think that would be actually the difference for me whether I will buy it. If I know I can play that both on PS4 and Vita, I would 100% get it. I don't know how that's, you know.
I mean, the first one was released originally on Vita,
I
so
never got around to that.
like a game. Like really
My problem is there's so many games on Vita that I haven't gotten to actually.
Yeah, that's true. Dóri, have you played it?
Yes, I have played a little bit of Oli Oli on Steam. I haven't quite been able to get into it. I don't know if it's because I resent the fact that I was never really a good skater in real life, and then even with one button, I can't figure this game out properly. But I mean, it's a very fast game. It can be fun. I found some fun moments in it, but yeah, I don't know if I'll be trying out Oli Oli 2, but I mean, it's gotten a lot of love in a lot of circles. So, I mean, more is better, right?
Yeah.
There was a short teaser trailer. I don't know if we're running that.
We are. Dóri is on top of it.
It was very.
Yeah, I wasn't a big
short.
skater either, which is probably why I haven't jumped in either. But yeah, the sequel will probably be better. They'll probably have. It's probably more smooth and all that. And then yeah, if I can play it on both machines, then I'll be happy to put some money down for that.
Yeah. I wasn't a skater either. I think I was sort of in between the sort of the original skating generation and the sort of the rebirth of skating. I was sort of in the middle there, so I never started skating. And I think I have a good sort of record of broken bones as a result. 0. Yeah. Next news.
Nintendo news.
This is some hardware news. Nintendo are bringing out a new transparent Nintendo 2DS, both a red and blue version, and they're launching on November 7th, and they will also be made available as bundles with Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire
do you think
from November 28th.
Anybody's collecting Nintendo DSs? Because I feel bad for them. There's like a new one coming out every month, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's different. Well, I mean, there are so many different versions, and now the new version, the actual new one with a lot of new features, is coming out early next year. I think there are people who collect them, absolutely. I think the 2DS is kind of hideous.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan, but it makes sense to have this special version with the 2 Pokemons, because I think those are going to push sales.
I think the 2DS it's good for kids. There's no like breaking of the whole
it's games
closing and opening.
I mean, Pokemon is not a kids game, but kids play it. So it makes sense to have. And what I mean by not a kids games, I mean it. You know, it's for all ages. But there's certainly a lot of kids who will be interested in that, and then it's good that it's bundled with the 2DS, and parents can pick it up for Christmas. I guess that's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I would like to
and
point
there's also
out.
some news about I don't know how this is going to play out in different countries, but there's going to be a special demo version of this game of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. You can pick up via different retailers. So from October 15th in the UK.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how that is going to play out in different countries, but if you're interested in that, you should try and seek out information on your local Nintendo homepage.
Okay, and Dóri had something to add. What did you want to say, Dóri?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, we're looking at the photo of the new design here. It doesn't have the new little knob that the new 3DS is going to have, which I think is a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is just the same 2DS model as before. There's nothing new in that model. It's just the plastic that's different. So, but yeah, it is a little bit confusing that they're bringing out something that looks new and then there's not the new features on it.
We also got the XL after the whole boat thing for the original 3DS, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Nintendo is famous for being consistent with that stuff, so I would actually be surprised if there was a knob on these 2DSs. I'm sure we'll get a different 3DS again before too long that doesn't have it either.
Yeah, there's been quite a few different models. Making it difficult for those who want to have all the different models and are collecting. But for the rest of us, it's just pick the one you want and buy that one and play the games, and then you don't have to pay much attention to the rest of the stuff.
Sure.
But it's funny because Nintendo have sort of a history of these transparent models. It's not something I think Xbox had a transparent one. I don't know that PlayStation has ever had.
Xbox did, I think, console and controllers.
Yeah.
PlayStation did some controllers, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there's been quite a few Nintendo things that have been transparent. Even the original Game Boy, not the original, but I think was the Pocket one.
Oh wait, actually, I think maybe the first PlayStation did have something like a transparent one at some point.
I remember Dreamcast having a transparent version, but it is sort of old school because you don't see it a lot these days. So interesting that they bring
really
that out.
It actually started with the whole iMac thing when Steve Jobs got back to Apple, and then it sort of everything just had it all of a sudden.
Yeah. But I would have rather seen, rather than Red and Blue, which Red and Blue it makes sense for Pokemon, of course. But I would love to have seen just transparent.
So you could properly see all the things, But
Yeah.
they're not for us,
That'd
Bengt. They're for the kids. I don't think. Would you get a 2DS now if you were to buy a new one, or would you get a 3DS? Oh, Bengt, you're one of those collectors. That's why.
No, I'm not. I would. I'm actually, because my 3DS got stolen and I haven't gotten a new one. So I'm actually holding out for the new model that comes out next year, because I think I'm especially the thing with the 3D that you can see it from more angles really speaks to me, because I think that was something that I was a little bit annoyed with the original one.
I'm in the same boat. I'm just not sure that is. I think I might still wait for one with a better knob than the one on that one. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a lot of games that require you to be aiming with that knob.
I don't know. It bothers me a little bit. We'll see. Maybe if there's some games I can't live without, I'll have to get one. We're still working here. Have the benefit of being able to try them in the office and on trips.
First-person shooters where you aim with that thing.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a Call of Duty on there, and then we'll have to get it. But we'll see.
Who knows?
No, actually, for me, I think it's more games like Mario Kart. I'm maybe getting a Wii U here soon, if to play Mario Kart. So we'll see.
I mean, for me, it's a lot of the. I mean, Fire Emblem was the reason I got it originally, and a lot of those RPGs and things that I like, and and you know, it's also like, you know, some of those classic Nintendo stuff. I think they really fit well on handheld.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Mario Kart or the 2D Marios, or you know, things like that.
Yeah,
so.
another Super Mario 3D Land would actually get me to buy a new one. I played that on 3DS and really enjoyed that. So I would get a 3DS again to play that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we only have 7 minutes left, so let's get to the last 2 news stories.
Yes. So this one is October's Games with Gold games. I don't think we had the PS Plus Instant Game Collection this week.
No, I think
so we'll
they'll
get
let
to
us
that.
know next week probably.
Yeah, so we'll get to that next week. But
No, actually,
we'll
it's-
have Microsoft were out early with
Yeah, I
with
think it's
theirs.
because we'll get the news next week, but they won't drop until the week after on Plus. But yeah,
That's true. It's the Drive Club thing.
Yeah.
So they will it'll begin when Drive Club is out. I think it's the 7th or the 6th or something.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So yeah. So we sort of know what's on PS Plus, but
Yeah, one of them at least.
all right. Yeah. So we're coming off a pretty good month with Super Time Force and Halo Reach and Monaco on the former on Xbox One and the latter two on Xbox 360. This month we're getting a new game actually on Xbox One, an indie platformer called Chariot. I think me and Dóri did an interview on this on E3 at E3.
Okay.
Remember this?
You
Dóri?
got that interview up and everything.
Yeah, I think it's up. It's a pretty interesting sort of co-op platformer where you the king is dead and you are meant to take his body in like a chest.
Okay.
Or
We're
a
having
casket.
gameplay running now, so people will be able to see
Yeah.
a little bit.
It's a funny little
looks
game, and you know, yeah, I'm certainly going to download it to play it. I think it's nice to have one of those couch co-op games. And then for Xbox 360 owners, it's Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Darksiders 2. So 2 very solid games, but Bad Company 2 has a few years.
Yeah, I mean, it's old games, but I think it's fine. It's good games. So
Yeah. It's good quality at
Yeah.
least, and as usual, it's going to be Bad Company 2 for the first half of the month, and then Darksiders 2 in the second
okay.
half
So
of the
you need
month.
to download it within that time. Okay.
Yes.
I need to get on that and download some of these games.
Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Always download free
And
stuff.
what's also notable is, of course, that it seems like Microsoft are doing one title a month now for Xbox One. I don't know if that's going to change, but
Is Halo
it
Reach
appears
still
to be.
on 360 or is that over? Is that the second half of this month or the first?
I think it was the second
Okay,
half.
because I haven't
it should
downloaded that.
still
I
be
might
on.
as well attach that to my account. Should do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty decent lineup anyway. And that takes us to the final piece of news. I think it's going to
Happy
be
birthday.
more of a happy birthday, Nintendo.
I mean, we were gonna make a cake and put in candles, but I think the amount of candles would set on the fire alarm, so we skipped it.
Yeah, Nintendo, 125 years old. Of course, not really making video games for 125 years, but they've been making them for a very long time. Still, of course, it started out as a manufacturer of cards back in.
Yeah, I did. I actually remember back in school, I actually wrote a paper on the history of Nintendo and mainly about their old stuff, about the whole card thing and stuff. That was very interesting. That they actually did that for many years before they got into what we know them as today.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that it's still sort of half of their company history is cards, and then they started to making toys as well, and that sort of took them to more electronic toys, which eventually led to things like Game & Watch and Nintendo Entertainment System and you know the Nintendo we know today. So long and storied history. So, what was your first sort of memory of Nintendo?
I remember getting the original Game Boy a year or two after it was released, I think. Probably more. I was probably
Early 90s?
but the very first brick thing, and I actually remember I got Tetris and Super Mario Brothers 2, or was it World it was called? Super Mario Land
Mario
2, I
Land,
think
I
it
think.
was. Played that a lot. I remember my mom me not taking it out of my jacket or something when she washed it, and it has been washed multiple times in the washing machine. Came out, turned it on, worked right away. It's like that thing, you could do whatever you wanted to. The whole thing we have now with iPhones bending and all that stuff, that one you could not kill. They build toys a different way. And then signed up for the Nintendo Club, and then getting paper on the Nintendo 64 being released. And I remember spending a whole year working and saving up and getting money for my birthday. And then the day after my birthday, the year after, I went to buy a Nintendo 64 and Mario Kart. And that was really what started me on gaming. I played a little bit on computer, but that was really what started everything for me, hanging out with friends and playing Mario Kart, and then GoldenEye later. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm a little bit older than you, so my first Nintendo experience was with the Game and Watch. I sort of collected them. I mean, they were kind of expensive back in the day, but I had like at least a handful. Both the ones that fold up and the ones that were see-through, and the two-player ones with boxing and what was the other one? Boxing and ice hockey. So that was my first sort of taste of Nintendo, and of course I wished for a Nintendo Entertainment System somewhere around 87, 88 maybe, but instead of that, my father felt like Sega Master System is better value for you. So I was the odd kid out at school. There was
But Dad,
probably
I want a Nintendo.
If there were 10 kids with video games, one guy had a Sega, the other 9 had a Nintendo Entertainment System. But that made me a strong Sega fanboy. So it sort of meant that I didn't play that much of the main Nintendo franchises when I was a kid, because of course you sampled them when you were at friends, etc. But I was pretty much a Sega fanboy even as soon as I had the Master System, because the few people at school that had a Master System, we exchanged cards, and it almost we got to be a little bit better friends because we had.
I remember that. I had that with Nintendo. I was people who know me from this today, I'm like the PlayStation guy. I hated PlayStation.
Yeah.
I was a Nintendo kid. Xbox wasn't a thing back then, and I actually don't think I knew anyone who had a Sega. But PlayStation was the enemy. It was all about Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Nintendo 64, then you'd already Sega had already peaked and burned, and they had the Saturn out, and then nobody got the Saturn. Not even me, who was a Sega fanboy, got the.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dreamcast is what sort of turned me on to gaming again, and my actual first Nintendo gaming device was actually Game Boy Advance that I owned myself, like apart from Game and Watch. So I waited until Sega was out of the game, and then
I will add one last thing that I think about me that is a little bit funny. I actually had my exam in school on one of my exams on the day that the Nintendo GameCube was out, and I actually left the written exam of math early because I wanted to go get my GameCube, and got a one lower grade than I usually got because I wanted to go pick up the GameCube on release date and get my games. So
and it was such great games on release.
I was happy with
GameCube.
it, but, and see, I feel like I'm doing okay. But go do school stuff as well. Don't skip your exams.
Yeah, stay in school. That's important.
All right, we're a little bit over time actually, so we might have people joining now ready to play Destiny. So maybe we should get into that. Thanks for joining, Bengt, and I think great way to end it with the Nintendo memories. I guess we'll get to hear Dóri's another time. Hopefully, cut him out of that. But yeah, thanks for joining. Have a nice weekend, and let's get to some Destiny.
Yes.
All right. I think while Dóri helps change some wires for me, I will get ready for Destiny. I'll start out by showing this to the camera. This is what you can win today. Other than we're simply going to have some fun, play some Destiny. We're giving away 10 of these. The way we'll do it is when we're done with the stream, I'll look through it probably on Monday. The 5 people who does the best, the highest score in the rounds we play in the Crucible will get one of these. So check your PSN next week. And for the rest, we'll find 5 random people who play with us, and they'll get a t-shirt as well. So the 5 best, and then 5 random one who has participated. So even if you don't feel like you're the best at the Crucible, I know it's hard for some people playing PvP and that sort of thing. You still have a chance to win one of these. And today we're playing on my account. We're talking about leveling up a official Gamereactor character, but we haven't done that yet. So I'll play with my account, and you will be able to join me. The account is my PSN ID, of course, WickedNick, WICKETNICK. It'll pop up on the screen shortly as well. Maybe some people have already written it in the chat, so join the chat. Of course, as we have started this Destiny GR Friday Nights, there's also a Facebook page, Destiny GR Friday Nights on Facebook, so you can go find that as well. And there will be a lot of info there. There will be a picture of the t-shirt, info on how to sign up, and we'll have info on how to join us. Let's just check the... Do you have the remote, Dóri? Oh, it's here. I don't know if the sound is too high. I can't turn it down right now. But yeah, add me on PSN, and we'll play some Destiny for the next hour. I'm hoping. My plan is, in 2 weeks, we have Destiny GR Friday Nights again, and I want to do the raid then. So, could not connect, we'll try again. That in 2 weeks on the Friday there, next time there's Destiny GR Friday Nights, we'll give the raid another attempt. So, level up, get to level 26 at least, get some good gear, and then hopefully you can join us for that. And then I think we'll try to get some really cool gifts for the people who managed to finish it with us. This is interesting all of a sudden. Let's hope that the Destiny servers work, because playing an online game, you're sort of dependent on that. And, it looks like it's working now. So yeah, I'll just check my friend requests.
But yeah, Nick, did we decide how we're gonna divvy up the sweet t-shirts that we're giving away? We have what? We have 10 for today?
I guess you didn't hear, but I actually just said that. But yeah, 5 for the highest scoring players and 5 for random people who just participate today. So that's how we'll do it. We should have time for multiple rounds. All right, I'll just check my friend requests here. I know I had some. See, friend requests. Good with the system now having 2,000 friends as a possibility, because the 100 ones made it a little bit hard sometimes for us with GR Friday Nights on Call of Duty. So there's some here. I'll try to check it every once in a while we play, but also join the chat and let us know if we haven't accepted you, and then we'll figure it out. I think I will actually just check that I am ready. I think I don't need to go to the tower. See my stuff here. This looks good. So I think we'll actually I'll open my fire team, and then it's simply we'll see who joins first. I'll make it public, so anybody can join. I can see I have a lot of friends here who's playing. So join my fire team and we'll jump into the Crucible. I think we'll start out with playing Clash, which is simply team deathmatch, as you can see, and maybe we'll play some Control afterwards. We probably should try a Rumble as well. And I won't have a headset on, so we can't communicate in game this time around. Maybe I should try to invite some people as well, actually. No, we have people joining. Looks good. Let's see. All right. Give him a few minutes while we do that. Oh, there's someone who can't. Oh, maybe we're just waiting on them to join, probably. Yeah, please. No, players do not have access to the activity. So one of you haven't unlocked the Crucible yet. I think, Flaren, we have to boot you, actually. See what happens if we... Yeah. Sorry, Flaren.
Also, Nick, if you can mute the players, I think that would be better so we don't get the in-game chatter on the stream since we're not communicating.
Does someone in the chat say how we do it? Because I actually don't know.
Voice
is headset only.
Well, we're still getting their audio, so if you just hover over them, you had the option to mute them right there.
Oh yeah, cool, we'll do that. We'll see, give it a few minutes. You know, while we do that, I'll actually check out my bounties. So I'm working on some of these bounties for the Crucible. As you can see, I need to do some void damage, so I'm using void damage weapons, melee attack, and complete clash missions, and then I have a sniper rifle one as well. All right. We had many people who actually friend requested me before, so see if they're ready.
Yeah, we're having some problems with the in-game audio, so I'm gonna try a different cable.
Okay. You know, maybe we should actually do a rumble, or should we just start out with a test round, a warm-up? All right, I'll just check the friend requests as well. Let's see if we got more. I got 3 more already. Wow. Let me know if you can't join and I'll invite you instead. Now we have one more. Guess we'll do mute as well. Can I mute myself? No. All right. What do you say, Dóri? Should we start or should we give him a few more minutes? All right. So we'll do round 1 now. Oh, there's someone again who can't. Oh, that's just because someone is waiting for all players to join. There we go. So we are actually a full team almost. So we'll start. Room for one more.
Click launch.
All right. So yeah, as I said before, you can win these t-shirts by playing. 5 best players plus 5 random will get a t-shirt. We'll contact you through PSN afterwards if you've won. So be sure to check that throughout the next week when we count up the scores. Oh, we are actually a full team, so we can't have any more. That's good. 6 people is all you can have in a fire team at the moment for teams. No private match yet. I'll actually write down the names so we have those. I have Cool Jacob. Leo Byrne. Nuts. Serious. All right, we're starting. See how well we do. I don't know if I muted all of them, but I don't think the rest had headset storage. So let me know if we have problems with that.
Will do.
I like now that when playing this that we have different planes now. The first days it was 2 planes, the people who had a limited edition and people who don't. So now it's cool that it's all different planes when you see us flying into battle here. All right.
I think they should add some animations in here, like aerial bombardment, or make it a bit more.
There's some scenes where they do it, but not for the load screen. But actually, I agree, and that yet I disagree. I'd rather that will probably just make the load times longer, and that's probably my biggest gripe with Destiny right now. Is the load time in and out of maps and the tower.
Clash. Bravo.
Maybe if we could do something while we did it, if we could shoot back or something. All right, team deathmatch it is. Gamereactor together. So let's see how we do. All right, I'm actually gonna run over here. Try to hold down this side. All right, we have a guy there. Is there another guy? There was. Oh, I'm not doing too good. Almost got him.
You're in the lead. You're falling behind. Gains the lead.
All right. Let's hide here for a bit while we get the health back. Someone trying to flank us here? No? Someone on top of me? Oh, get away. Are we having some lag with this player? This guy is just jumping around for me. Good. Getting some melee kills so I can get my bounty. Happy about that. Let's get this guy as well. As you can see, I have an assault rifle with an insane clip, so these sprays are easier. Another assist. Take it as long as the team is in the lead, and we're doing quite good here. Team Gamereactor. Oh, getting flooded here. Let's see if we can get this guy. Cool Jacob on top of the leaderboard right now. He has a good chance of getting one of these lovely t-shirts that Activision has provided. Ooh, super for me. Let's see what if we can wreck some people here. Oh, they already took him out. Let's see, can we find someone in the time? Someone here. Before the super runs out. Alright, we'll jump back down. Hit him with a hot flank here.
Heavy ammo inbound.
Oh, he took out a big part of our team. Let's see.
Heavy ammo available.
Pull out the shotty. Let's see what comes around here. No? Oh, they're underneath. I don't even see that guy. Did you see him? What is going on? Alright, got the heavy gun. There he is. He's jumping around like crazy. I'm gonna run away from this. I don't like this. Alright. Getting a lot of assists. I should have had the assist bounty on. Get up here. Doing quite well here, Team Gamereactor. I like that. See if we can get them here. Nope. Playing a little bit too aggressive there. See, I should almost pull out the sniper here and see if we can get a couple or. I'm actually gonna do that. Let's get out the sniper and pick up some ammo. Oh, is there a guy on me here? There is. Okay, I'm gonna run around here. Ooh, got my super again. If you're wondering, I am rocking a hunter class right now with the Blade Dancer subclass, which I think is probably the best for PvP of the 200 classes for most of the time. Oh, am I gonna live? Nope. Okay, let's wreck some fools. Let's get this guy here. Did he jump down?
Heavy ammo on the way.
Of course I can't find people when I use my super. That was really stupid. That was a total waste. Way to go,
Heavy ammo
me.
available.
Okay, let's get the heavy ammo up here. Oh, I have the sniper. I thought I had the shotgun. That dude is scooting around like crazy.
Only 5 minutes left.
What the F is happening to him? That makes it a little bit hard.
You should go back to the shot.
Crushing them.
Yeah, I know, but I have a bounty for the sniper. Let's see if we can get some dirty snipes. We're winning this. Pop out. It makes it extra hard when they're jumping around like that.
Might just
All right, but we won. Good game. All right, let's see, did we get anything good? I'll leave matchmaking and then we'll kick everyone and we'll see if you, let me know if you want to join. I'm gonna open it again. People can join again, but of course we're gonna prioritize new people. So let us know in the chat if you're not one of these guys and want to join. So I'll kick everyone. Let's see here. That's me, so I can't kick myself, of course. Can I just leave fire team? Yeah. So join back up. Let us know if you want to join and you're not in the team. All right, so open up again. Let's have you guys join. See how I did on my bounties. I'm close to this one now. Exotic bounty. So let me just invite. I'll let people join. See, we have a couple of pages here of people. There's some Gamereactor people on here as well. So join back up. Let it run for a few minutes.
Maybe try sending out a couple of invites.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know how many of these are actually people who are. I guess I can do it to the people I'm in doubt with. So I'll invite to team, and this just takes forever. Manual burn we just did. So let's do. Who didn't we have? We didn't have this one, right? She's doing a. She's actually playing the raid. So she's probably not up for joining. This guy, did we have him in? No, I don't remember who that is. He's playing story. But this thing is, some of these are just people who are my friends or people who have just added me. Did anybody join up? I think that's how we had Destiny's Elite. I'm just gonna go to my friend request and see. Can I see who joined me latest? I have no new ones. We'll wait for people to join. I think that's better.
And then maybe, Nick, you can use this slight respite to pimp our print magazines that are right in front of you.
Sure, I can do that. We have the the 6 magazines lying here. As you can see, most of them actually have Shadow of Mordor on. Of course, it's out in all the 6 countries. Go check your local games shop for the magazine. You can also subscribe. And get them to your door. The magazine is free. If you want to subscribe, you pay for the postage. But yeah, go check out the magazine. It's out now. There's really cool stuff in there. Shadow of Mordor, Destiny that we're playing now is in it. So go get that. And for people joining now, we're playing Destiny. You have a chance to win this. The top 5 players joining will get a t-shirt, and then 5 random ones will get one as well. Let's see if we actually. There's not a lot of people joining right now, so you might actually be guaranteed one by simply joining the crew. Oh, we have another person joining. So yeah, that is what you can win today. I'll just mute these people. All right. So if you've played before, you can join back up. People have had their chance. I'll kick people every time I think we played around, and then whoever's in there fast enough, we'll get to be in the team. But we'll prioritize new people, so they'll get the chance, of course. But you can join back up if you want, get a better score. So do that if you want. See here, I'll check my bounties again. Maybe we'll actually end up doing a strike at the end as well. That would be fun. All right. Room for one more. There we go. Set destination. Get some crucible points here. See, do clash one more time. And I think we'll jump to control after that. So if you're an OBJ player, maybe you'll get a better score there. See, mute. Yeah. Quite some high-level players here. We're almost ready for a raid, actually, Dóri. What do you think? Do you think we should do that raid thing next Friday in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we get these guys to come back Friday and try to get through that raid. It can't go as badly as it did last time.
No, it cannot. But it is really about having the level and being able to slay, because I was holding my own pretty well when we played with higher level people, and I was a little bit higher as well. So it isn't, now that we know what to do, it's really just about having a high enough level, having good enough gear that you can actually kill the monsters, because being level 24, 23 and fighting those monsters is damn near impossible, which is, I guess, what we showed.
Yeah, there's a question here in the chat from Indian Cobran. Have you made a GR Live clan yet?
We have a clan that I'm in, as you can see, but I actually don't know if we'll do that one or we'll do another one that's called Gamereactor or GR Live. So I think we'll figure that out Monday or Tuesday next week, and then we'll update all you guys. Go like the Destiny GR Friday Nights Facebook page. We'll drop the info there on exactly what to do with all that. But if you want to play with me, I'll play sometimes alone, and sometimes if you're welcome to try to join my fire team if I'm playing off stream. You're welcome to join this crew for now. But we might make another crew that's the official Gamereactor one. All right, Dóri, coolest plane here. Which one?
Coolest plane. I think the green one there.
Which one is green?
By the middle, top left-ish.
The top left?
Second from right.
I'm still not sure which one that is, but at least it's not mine. I can tell you that.
This one here. I have the mouse cursor on it.
All right, rusted lands. I also saw Indian Cobra was asking about how fast you level. I think now that I know how fast you can do it pretty fast, probably 10-12 hours to get to level 20. I don't know about after that, that depends on your luck as well, but so it's decent tempo, but yeah. Oh, I was a little bit off with that shot. I still got him. Headshot. Oh, and as you remember, I have my sniper on. I like that we're rocking as a crew here. I was lone wolfing it, but everybody else is helping each other. Failed that jump. Let's try again. Oh, what was that? Okay, here actually a pretty good sniping spot.
You're falling behind.
No, he got me first. Let's try again. There we go. Headshot.
Gains the lead.
No one here? No? Okay. Jump up then. Guess there's someone. There we go.
Lost the lead.
Alright, let's do this. I'm pretty impressed how much people are actually running together here then. It's mainly me, maybe that's not. Okay, we should have a guy around here somewhere. Back up here. Chuck a nade in there. No! That's shoddy, dude. That's one of the things getting nerfed. Although I actually think it's fair enough. You can just keep your distance, you should be fine. Oh shit. Got an assist and got killed. Top of the leaderboard, that's what I like to see. See if we can trade here. Did we get him? We did. No, he was faster than me again.
Heavy ammo inbound.
I'm gonna try to flank a little bit here.
Heavy ammo available.
So they're asking in the chat, Cool Jacob is asking if he won since he was at the top of the leaderboard in the last match.
He's not guaranteed. He has a very good chance now because we'll look at the total scores after all the matches. So the if five people get higher scores now than he had, he won't. So we'll write down all the scores and then we'll take the 5 people who had the highest overall. Oh, got my super. Save a little bit. All right.
You're in the lead.
Where are this other team? All right, we have someone here. Let's see. Wasted my super again. Not this time. No. All right. Someone trying to snipe me? I don't like that. Oh, he actually got me still. I guess he's going for the sniper one as well, maybe. Getting a lot of assists here. All right, we lost the lead now.
You're falling behind.
All right. Someone behind me. There's someone here as well. Oh, what's the hot flank here? Did I get him? No.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Don't want to run into that. That's my pro tip of the day.
Heavy ammo available.
I feel like I'm doing really well at softening it up for the for the other guys on my team, and then they get the kill. But I guess as long as we win as a team, which we need to do. We're not doing that right now. Oh shit. Got me sniped again. That cat who plays. Maybe I should follow your advice, Dóri, and get some shorty kills. Oh, what was that? Back in action. I think I'm still going negative right now, and we are losing this match, so that's not good. Oh, let's get that kill right there if I can. No, I cannot. Wow. Alright, someone else did. That's good. No, this is a great time to use the super, I think. There we go. People are not close enough here, but I can get these things. Alright, we're close to losing this. We need to really play well now to... oh, that was a teammate. Let's see. I think it's pretty much over. Someone here.
Your light was not enough, Guardian.
All right.
Get him next time.
We lost that one, and someone actually dropped out on our team. Just write down the names. Who's new? Imps, Christensen. Let's see, Ganser, Newburn. Oh, I should leave matchmaking. All right, we have time for one more map. So I'll leave the fire team. You have a few minutes to join. I'm actually just gonna run to the tower and get some more bounties, and then we'll start right back up. I think it'll be final match for the day. So, as I said earlier, we're playing. Well, I think we're gonna do another Crucible match right now, and then next week we'll give the raid a try if we have people for it. So I think we'll do a post and then see people sign up for that. So we'll probably need 5 people for that, other than me. Or whoever's going to be here, and we'll give that raid a try. You need to be level 26 to do that. Hopefully you're that or higher. If not, you have 2 weeks to do it. So see, Dóri, this load stuff is one of the things we need to fix. I don't know how much time I've spent already just looking at ships flying over skies. All right, did I need to do anything over there? No. Let's see. Should actually check that I have gear on that can be leveled up. Let's put on the shoddy. Let's put on this. Let's put on this, and let's put on this. And then we'll. There's a little tip: do that when you have bounties, and you'll level up your gear that way as well. Let's see. Should maybe put on the assist one actually. I'll do that. I seem to be getting a lot of those. Alright, so now you have your chance to join up. Everybody's welcome to play again. Someone in the chat is saying get a faster hard drive. I think that helps a little bit. I don't know if it helps with this, but it does help with load times. But I put in a 2 terabyte drive. As you will, actually a video just went up today where I show how to do that, and I prefer that. It's so little that you get from a faster one, and having 2 terabytes on there for all the games that I can just download them is super nice. Can you get longer capes than the one Nick is using? Yes, you can. I can actually show you because I have a legendary one that I actually got from doing the raid. So right now I have this guy. I'm rocking all red. That's why I have a red spaceship as well. I have this cape as well that I got from the raid. So that's pretty cool, but I actually like the other one better. And then I also have red ship, red ghost, and red sparrow. All right, I am gonna level up this if I can. Let's go for low recoil. What was the other one? That was faster reload. Put on the proper gear that I need. And let's hope we need the sniper. And let's see, we need one more. And this time we're gonna go for, actually what is the thing we have here? Control. That is what I wanted to do, so let's do that. And if you have more questions, let me know. I'm no super expert, but I've played quite a bit. Actually, I'll put back on this because I need to do void damage to get this exotic bounty. Oh, I actually went down now, and that's the thing you can see is if you get kills with this, you go up. If you die, you actually go down. So you need to go positive to actually earn this bounty. So I actually lost a little bit of points there. Yeah, one more. Anybody want to join? Give you a few minutes. If not, we'll simply start. Should we just start up, Dory? What do you think? Yeah, I'll start up.
Yeah, let's just go.
I think you might be able to join us throughout the game if no one else does.
In the chat, Fanas Nize is saying accept PSN request.
Oh, wait, I'll cancel this quickly and then I'll...
So go check that out.
Let's see if I have more. It's good. You're reminding us. Let's see how many we have. I might have multiple. There we go. Thinking this might be you. Captain Cool. Send an invite. You're not playing Destiny right now? This is loading a little bit slow. Oh, he is. Why is he not in here then? That is weird. Oh, maybe it's, I think it's because there's only 10 pages here, actually, and it fills that up. So I have more than 100 friends, so that's why. Maybe I can do it from... Is he there now? Ah, nice. Level 25. Nice. Let's see. Set destination. We're gonna go for a round of control. Let's start this up. Oh, is he there? Yeah, there he is. 25. Nice banner thing there. Someone is asking about the agility stat. Let's see if I have it here. I don't have that on the hunter. I think it depends on what if you're a hunter, titan, or a warlock. Strength and discipline and intellect is what I'm using. I don't know if I have agility in any of these. I think that's one of the other classes. Light is what you need to level up. So you have 22, 25. Yeah. All right, there we are. Will we be playing on Xbone at all? I actually don't know yet. Guess maybe we'll ask Activision if they can get us a copy. We don't have a copy as of now. And yeah, we'll see. They are pushing it as a PS4 game as well, so maybe we'll do it in that. We're so popular, Dóri. Twilight Gap, City Perimeter, Earth. Okay, it's one of the smaller ones, not good for the sniping.
Control. Bravo team.
Control.
Capture and defend.
Alright,
Guardians.
let's do this. We need to cap home. Who does that? I'm actually gonna rush to B, I think.
Zone C secure. Enemy captured Zone A. Gains the lead.
Grenade kill.
Lost the lead. You captured Zone B. You're in the lead.
Oh, nice one. Let's get
You're
some ammo.
falling behind. Zone B lost. Enemy captured Zone B.
Can you run back in? Oh! He is sniping all the time, that guy.
Zone A neutralized.
Capping
Zone
A, I like that.
Secure.
See if someone is coming here. Ah. Hit him with a hot flank right there. Captain Cool on top of the leaderboard right now. Gotta love that.
Zone C lost.
One step closer at winning a little nice Destiny t-shirt. Alright, maybe we should get the...
Zone
But the
C
thing with
secure.
control, for people who haven't played, you get there's these control points, but it's actually not domination. It's not
Zone A
only about holding the points. You get more points for kills if you have more flags. So just having the flags doesn't give you a lot of points. Got killed again there.
Zone B.
So if you have 0 flags, you get a certain amount of points. If you have 1 flag, you get more points. If you have 2 flags, you get more points, and so on. So,
Zone B
so you still need to kill the other team, but of course holding the flags help. See, we're holding 2 zones, so I get 100 extra points for that kill, where I guess you get maybe 50 for 1, and then so it's 150 for 3. But I've lost matches where we've had 2 and 3 cap most of the game, and the other team simply outslayed us. So, oh, I'm getting slayed. Let's throw a grenade in there.
Zone A neutralized.
All right, didn't work.
Zone A secure.
Close game here.
Gained the
That rifle that you have seems to be very limited in damage. Is that because it has
The
such a big
damage
clip?
is the same. That's the thing with this game mode. The thing about this rifle is that it shoots really fast, so I'm probably not hitting with all the bullets.
captured zone
So the damage on all rifles, all weapons are the same in the Crucible as of now. But the stability and the fire rate, those attributes matter.
Zone C neutralized.
But one of the reasons I'm using this gun right now is to level it up, because you can do that in the
Zone C
Crucible.
captured.
You level it up in all modes, and then also because I have that bounty with void damage, and there's void damage on this weapon. Did I get a 3-piece there, or did he not die? What is going on here? The lag is real.
You neutralized Zone A. Zone B neutralized. You captured Zone A.
It shouldn't be our connection, because we have a super fast connection here in the office. I wonder what's going on. Ah, all right, we got an assist.
Zone B secure.
Oh,
You
shit.
control all
I don't want to jump off the map.
Zone C lost.
All right, we're holding 2 flags right now.
Enemy captured Zone C.
Getting those assists. Let's see, should we go for C? Let's try it. I'm probably not
Heavy ammo
smart
on the way.
doing this, but we'll try anyway.
Zone B
They're
lost.
capping B. I actually really like holding down this spot. I'll see if I can.
You neutralized Zone C. Enemy captured Zone B.
If you're at least if you're 2 or 3 people, you can hold this area down really well. I'm gonna go for my super. Oh, did we get them all? Guess we did.
Zone C secure. You're in the lead.
It's that guy who's just sitting in the back of the spawn all the time and sniping.
Zone B neutral.
Hey, whatever
Go get
wins
him.
Captured
whatever wins you
Zone
the
A.
game, right?
Zone B secure.
I couldn't get my nade off. You want to say something, Dory?
Yeah, go get that camper.
Yeah, I will in a little bit. I just want to get our flag first, I think. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way around. So I don't want to run into that hole, like the line that he was looking at. Whoa, what had happened there?
Zone B lost. Zone A neutralized.
I
Enemy
got one
captured
more.
Zone B.
Yeah, there he was.
Zone A secure.
Oh, he had his super, that's why. The golden gun, the other hunter's super. Alright, let's run through here actually. Wait, wasn't it here? Yeah, there was the door here.
Enemy captured Zone C. You neutralized Zone B. You captured Zone B.
Alright.
Zone A lost.
No sniper here now. Let's get some. Let's actually check out the
Zone
spot.
A
He was probably
secure.
sniping from here. Thing is, I don't have the patience for just standing and sniping somewhere. Wait, someone go here? Yes, they did. Made it. Boom! Knife in the back. Get another one? No?
Zone
Alright,
C
we're coming up
neutralized.
on the end here. We're winning.
Zone
Do
A
like that,
lost.
even though they're
Broken
about to
down.
get our flags.
No mercy.
How are we doing on time, Dory?
Zone C secure.
We got about 5 minutes.
Enemy captured
Okay.
Zone B.
I don't think we'll have time to start another map
Heavy
after this.
ammo inbound.
Oh, shit. Alright, let's go the other way then. Oh, heavy ammo is here. I tend to go for this a lot, because these guns are super good. Did we just get them all? I guess we did. Alright, come here.
Zone A's captured. It's yours.
We won!
Another battle
Didn't
won.
even get to use my
On to the next
machine
fight.
gun. And I got my super as well. Alright, so that was it. Let's just check the stats. Did we get any? We got Captain Cool in there. We better write that down. I didn't finish my bounty yet. Captain Cool. Looks like he'll win a t-shirt. Newburn is the same. Yeah, the rest is the same. Oh, and Newburn got a legendary Ingram. Congrats on that. Where did I go? 11. I went negative, so I probably lost on the bounty again. All right. Yeah. I'll just show again. I think I don't know if we even have 10 people join this time, so we'll probably have more the next time. But that means we'll probably give away one of these. Maybe next time, maybe on the Facebook page. So remember to go like Destiny 0 Friday Nights on Facebook. We'll have more info on this. These events will maybe do giveaways, so it's a really good place to follow and like on Facebook, so we can update you. And this is what you could win today. We'll play a lot more Destiny in the future. We'll have Destiny 0 Friday Nights every other Friday. The other Fridays will be Call of Duty. So level up your character, be ready, like that page, and we can play together in the future. I don't know yet if we'll play on my character or other people, or we'll do an official Gamereactor account and clan. So stay tuned for that info on the Facebook page. And I think with that, we'll end today's stream. Thank you for watching. If you missed part of it, we had news in the first half and Destiny in the second half. Monday is undecided for next week. The other days are locked down. We'll have Shadows of Mordor. We don't know which platform yet on Tuesday. Wednesday is Assassin's Creed. We've gotten to Assassin's Creed 2. We'll play through the old games. I think we'll both play it on 360 and PS3 with different saves. Thursday, what a lot of people have been asking for, and of course we are listening, GTA Online on PS3. We will continue that series of streams. We'll try to get some swag. We might have some. I'll double check it so we can hopefully give some cool stuff away. More info on that next week, but be ready with that with that game. So and join us there. We'll play with you guys. It's super fun. There's a GR Live crew if you search crews on GTA. Friday news and Call of Duty GR Friday nights. So that's it for me. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. And we're out. Peace.
I just want to steal the limelight here just for a little bit. For those of you that played and are wondering if you want a t-shirt, we're going to go through the replay and I will contact you through your PSN ID and get all the information on where to send the t-shirt. So look out for that. We'll probably do that Monday. So yeah, just a little info on that. And since I'm on, I get to do my outro. See you on the flip side.